you could change the rhythm.
Time will never, never, ever change it. So glad we made it. Time will never, never, ever change it. Never, ever, never, ever.
Where'd you get them from with you?
Got them at the zoo. National Zoo, I got them.
Did you go to the zoo?
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's for the wolves. All the American wolves, cougars. And...
You do some weird things. One minute he's at the Tom Jones concert, the next minute he's at the zoo.
The Christmas song is really sad. I cried the first time I heard it. Like the finish and everything. I really did cry. It's sad. So obviously it's about Jerry and her leaving and going her own way.
I just couldn't believe it. It's like, we always bicker. And, you know, we're girls, you know what I mean? Everyone has little arguments and ructions and stuff. But since we got on tour, it had been cool. We'd been having such a laugh. We hadn't been rowing. We'd just been having a really good time. In fact, the day before she actually left, I remember our conversation. We were all sitting on the plane, we were flying back to England, and we were having such a giggle. And, you know, we were really being silly and having a laugh. And then, next thing I know, she's gone.
Look, I'm going in for an audition. Yeah, I'll listen to it. And Matt, can you sing it through the thing so I can hear it? Was that good? Yeah, sometimes the easiest things are the hardest, you know.
She didn't give really much of an explanation to any of us. So I think we'd all be liars to say it was because of this or because of that, because nobody knows apart from her. And I wouldn't want to insult her by saying it was because of the performing or the singing or the dancing. At the end of the day, yes, she wasn't one of the most best singers or the best dancers, but I'm sure that wasn't the whole reason why she left. You know, there's more to Jerry than that, I'm sure. And I suppose it's a bit annoying when all you're seen for is your lips and your boobs. What if she's changed her image as well?
We're very pleased with what we've done so far.
But the one thing is, it does feel like you're at home a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's
You could
really
be in Abbey
like,
Road.
Yeah. We've only really ever been in studios in London or in England or Ireland. So it's a bit weird because you could be anywhere here, but you're not. You're in Nashville.
Except you get lots of food here.
Tennessee.
Hey, Rocco, I'm gonna get you, see?
It's the first time I've been in America for like 6 years. A lot of these amphitheatres are new. I think I've played this one before. This is a good one, actually. It's a good size. Nice and big. Big loading dock. Got 6, 8 trucks on it. And a nice big stage, so there's plenty of room. The problem with amphitheatres over here, the old ones, is there's no room to put the gear. There's no room at all, so you've got to shove it back in the trucks, or, you know, just fight over it. It's real pain. When you've got the room, it's real easy, a lot easier, real good.
We'll work for anybody who pays us, basically. Brian Adams is what we usually do. Status Quo. Status Quo I do all the time. Bob Dylan. You name it. 8 years worth of pop and rock and goth bands and gay bands and anything, really. Absolutely anything.
I think with our tour, everybody, because I was like tour monitor, you know, if there was any problems on tour, then people came to me. And I think it all went so smoothly. Everybody, the people that we chose to kind of like control lighting area or sound or crew, they were so in control of everything. There was no problem. So everything was just like, you know, it wasn't a big deal, really, because everything was looked after and everybody did their job so well. And it was just like one big happy family, really.
Good. The whole thing.
it's quite difficult, it's quite frustrating as well for people, because at the end of the day, you know, we put on a fantastic show and us four get the praise. But it's not just us four, you know what I mean? We just get up there and sing. There's the band, and you've got the dancers, you've got the guy who does the lighting and the sound, and then you've got the guy who've been up for the last 14 hours building the stage set, down to the caterers who are feeding us. Like, everybody has got such an important role in the tour. And I think there's about 160 people in total, which I don't actually think, for the scale of the show and the work that is done, I don't think it's actually that much. Because even just like trying to deal with my own things, like booking flights and stuff like that, I mean, you need to think about everything, like getting clothes and getting to places on time, arranging cars. Telephone. Hello? Hi, Mum, I'm in the middle of an interview. No, it's okay. All right then, you going bowling? All right then, have a nice time. Love you.
Don't be shy. They want to know what you think. Why do you like Emma? You like all of them, don't you? Listen to their music all the time. You think it'll be fun to be out there and see them live?
I think they have good music. And a lot of their words they use it's great for everybody, even for the little kids, because they don't use a lot of foul language. And that's what the little kids around in the U.S. need.
Something that everyone can get into, so all ages.
Ginger. She was my favorite.
What was that? What was so great about it?
For one thing, she wore the British flag on, all the time on the shirt that she came out. And that's why I did my face like this, because she's no longer with them, so I just did my face like this. So, to show that I missed her and she was gone. And hopefully they find somebody to replace her, but, that's down the road. We'll see.
Every night, as we stand behind the doors, I think to myself, I can't get through it, I can't do it, I just can't. And then as soon as the doors open and you get out there, I don't say no cliche, but you do, and it's finished, and you just think, that was so much fun and that was just so easy. But it's really funny, even though you go to get through it every night, there's always that fear that you're not going to make it through this show.
Bored in America, because I hate it when it gets into a routine. I hate that. I just think, I might as well do a 9-to-5 job. So I was a little bit bored in America, because everything was so kind of